Hey guys, it's Mike here, and welcome to another edition of Dragon Ball Super Reviews, in which we're going to be reviewing Dragon Ball Super Episode 26. And then after that, I'm going to be giving my predictions for Episode 27. Well, a lot of stuff happened on this episode, and there's a lot of stuff to talk about, so without further ado, let's get started. So following suit from the previous weeks, basically what happened in Dragon Ball Super Episode 26 is a retelling of what happened in the Resurrection of F movie with very little changes here and there. Although in some cases, these changes definitely made up for things that even happened in the film itself. For a quick rundown of what exactly happened in this episode, basically Golden Frieza continued to beat down Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan Goku, as his golden form is superior in power to Goku's godly power. And this basically continued to happen throughout the course of the episode as Beerus, Whis, and the Z-Fighters continued to watch on, as well as Vegeta waiting for his turn seemingly. But basically little by little they started to reveal to us as the audience Frieza's weakness. And the weakness being, just as it was in the movie, Frieza's stamina starting to give out. And this is very akin of course to Frieza's fight on Namek against Goku. Whereas in the 100% bulked up form, Frieza was only able to maintain that level of power for a short period of time. And so in this fight, we started to see Frieza wheezing and breathing heavily, and his powers started to slowly decrease over time. But unlike in the movie where both Goku and Vegeta were the ones that actually figured this out, in the Super adaptation, Vegeta is basically the one who told Goku about Frieza's weakness. And over time, as the fight continued to go, Goku started to exploit this, until eventually Frieza's power gave out completely and he was able to do no more damage to Goku. And at this point in time, Goku started to get the upper hand and also dominate Frieza, basically beating him. Now, there was, similar to the movie, a freak-out scene by Frieza where he started to freak out about how his power was giving out on him and how he is the strongest being in the universe, but it wasn't really as epic in this episode as it was in the movie, with the giant cyclone of power that was erupting forth from him, whereas in the episode it was mostly Frieza kind of crying and have her temper tantrum on the ground. But basically all of this led up to exactly what happened in the movie. Goku lets his guard down, letting Frieza go, and then of course Sorbet shows up behind him and blasts Goku through the heart with his energy ring, his laser ring so to speak. Well, I have to say, in this Super adaptation of this scene, I thought it was significantly better than the film because of the fact that in this one, Goku powered down into his base. And my main complaint of what happened in the movie is basically that Goku got blasted through the heart while he was still powered up in his god form, which necessarily should make him far stronger and be able to tank that even if he was caught off guard. But in the Super adaptation, it makes a lot more sense because of the fact that Goku powered down into his base, and in your base you could basically lower your power to near nothing. Whereas in that Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan or Super Saiyan Blue form, Goku's power should necessarily be raised by a certain multiplier to where he can't lower it to the same degree that Goku could do so in his base. And of course we did see those scenes during the Cell Saga in which Goku and Gohan are walking around in their fully mastered Super Saiyan forms, but they're still destroying things because of how strong they've become, even though they've suppressed it to such a significant degree. But in either case, this eventually led to Frieza getting the upper hand, dominating Goku, and right about to kill him with a blast when Vegeta interfered, blasting at Frieza. And with that, and with the episode wrapping up, I guess it's ready for Vegeta's turn to begin. So overall, I thought this was a pretty good episode. The animation was kind of weak in the beginning of the episode and towards the end, but then it really picked back up, and so did the action. And the fact of the matter is that the way they conducted the scene in the series was significantly better than the way that they conducted it in the movie itself. I will say though that I'm happy that it's going to seemingly wrap up in the next episode because I've been basically fatigued at this so far. I just want to get to the new content and I really can't wait for this to be over so that can begin. But I can't really complain about the content in this episode because it was better than last week's and the weeks before. But into my predictions, basically what's going to happen in the next week is already shown to us in the trailer in the next episode preview. And there's a lot of spoilers in it, so if you don't want to know what's going to happen in the next episode, you should probably click off right now. But basically what's going to happen in the next episode is that Vegeta is going to become a Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan as well and likely defeat Frieza just as he did in the movie. However, as they show us not only in the trailer but also in the title, we know Frieza in this case is once again going to blow up the Earth once he loses and once he's getting at a disadvantage against Vegeta. So basically it seems like what's going to happen is the exact same thing that happened in the movie in the next episode. Frieza blows up the Earth, Whis reverses time, Goku blasts and kills Frieza with a Kamehameha, and that's the end of the episode. But as I reiterate again from earlier, I can't wait for this to be over. I'm sure that next week is probably going to be good. It looks good, at least from what we could see, although again, it seems kind of disappointing that they're not really changing what happened at the end of the movie. But overall, I'm sure it's going to be good, and I can't wait for the Universe 6 material to start. Well, my name is Mike, and this has been another edition of Dragon Ball Super reviews and predictions. Let me know your own thoughts down below. Did you see this episode? If so, what did you think about it? Did you like it? Did you dislike it? Do you like my review, or do you disagree? Let me know down below. Also, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And as I always say, stick around, because there's a lot more to come in the future.